step with Dave Campbell's Texas football here in Grapevine with the head coach of the Grapevine Mustangs, Coach Mike Alexander. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Oh, you bet, Matt. My pleasure.
All right, Coach. Obviously, you guys are just wrapping up spring football. The year's coming to an end. 7-on-7 state qualifier today. Overall, just talk about spring football, how things went with the Mustangs, anything that stood out for you and your coaching staff.
I guess the number one thing is we were just looking to, just continue what we started over the last couple of seasons, and we had a lot of good energy most days. It's a grind, 18 practices. I'm not going to say they were all incredible, but we made a lot of progress. We had to replace 9 guys on defense from last year, and we feel like we're filling those holes the best we can, and really excited to see some of the progress that our young kids have made. On the offensive side, we're fortunate we have a 4-year starter coming back at quarterback, and that makes a lot of difference, just the leadership on the field. He's got a lot of young class of 19 skill kids that we're getting the ball to, and they're starting to get a handle of the offense. And, it was a challenge defensively every day because we have some pretty dynamic kids on O.
All right, and you mentioned you lost a lot of starters on defense. Are you looking at moving some guys from offense over to the defensive side of the ball, or are you hoping some of your younger guys can emerge and kind of snatch those open positions that have been left by graduation?
Little of both, really. We looked at our depth, before we started the spring, and we felt like we had some good skill kids that were playing behind some better skill kids on one side of the ball or the other. We moved them around, and we did. We found some players that I'll have to give you one. Mason Weiler at outside linebacker. He was a receiver as a junior, as a backup, and we moved him over to the outside linebacker, and he becomes very athletic over there, and he's a lot better tackler than what I ever thought he would be, just being an offensive player. So, yeah, we did a little bit of both.
All right, now obviously you took over in the middle of the offseason when Coach Jackson left and took over at North Forney. You have experience as a head coach. You were the head coach at Mount Vernon before this. Second time around, I'm assuming is a little bit easier. Was your head spinning quite as much day one at Grapevine versus day one at Mount Vernon?
Yeah, not at all. Coming into the situation in Mount Vernon was as your first time doing it. There was a huge learning curve and just not knowing what to expect necessarily from day to day. But here, being on campus already and being the defensive coordinator for the past 2 years, it was a pretty easy transition. Already having relationships with the coaching staff and the players, we really just kept rolling. We didn't change anything through off season. We already had a plan from January through spring ball, so we just kept executing the plan.
All right, final question. Obviously, we're out here at the 7-on-7 tournament. Grapevine plays, in some 7-on-7 a little bit. It's not real football for sure, but it's something that can be useful for your program. What do you feel like are the benefits for playing in 7-on-7, specifically state qualifiers?
Just getting skill kids touches, and quarterback's ability to get out and throw. We do this all the time against each other, in the mornings during first period athletics, but it's good just to come out against some other people and compete. That's one of our core values at Grapevine. We talk about we love competition. We have a 1-0 mentality. We always want to compete, and the opportunity to get to come do this against some other people. We don't care who's out of town, who's sick. We're just going to play and plug in guys from the JV if we have to. And it's just all about competing.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck in 2017. We'll see you down the road.
Thanks, Matt.